Welcome back to Mass Appeal, everyone. Whether you're searching for a new job or thinking about a career change, figuring out what you're passionate about in your life, it can actually help you uncover your dream job. So joining us with tips, we have business and career coach Angela Lussier. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is the start of what we hope to be a large series. We're going to help everybody out there find what they're passionate about, find their dream job. But I think the first part might be the hardest, how to find your passion.
Yeah, and I think the problem with this and the reason why it's so difficult for people is because they start backwards. They think, what kind of job do I want? Like a doctor? Do I want to be a lawyer? Do I want to own a business? Instead of just coming back and saying, what do I actually want to spend my time doing? And that's the kind of stuff I want to talk about today, is how you're going to spend your time and then thinking about the job title.
That's a great point, because a lot of people, they'll look back in 10, 15, 20 years once they're on that job, realizing it's what I took out of either necessity or because I was offered the job. It's not what you're truly passionate about.
Yep.
So how does one go about finding their passion? You say the first thing you do is start with something that you love.
Well, yeah, start with something that you do every day, really. It's just, instead of going and filling out personality assessment after assessment and doing a weekend retreat and trying to find your purpose, just think about the things you do just while you're living, you know, taking the garbage out or cooking a meal or driving your kids to school. One thing that I love to do is cook, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I want to be a chef or own a restaurant. So I go back and I take apart the whole activity and I turn it into micro tasks. And I think about, okay, I want to cook a meal, so I'm going to look up a recipe, and that's a micro task. That's doing research. And on a scale of 1 to 5, is that something I enjoy doing? And 1 being I really dislike it, and 5 being I love doing this.
So we find the activity, we do the mini tasks or the micro tasks, and then we rate our approval on them. Now, once we've figured that out, once we've done all the approving, what's the next step?
The next step is to go back and look at each of the micro tasks and the ones that have the highest rating, like all of the 5s, and say, okay, well, out of context, what is it that I'm actually doing here? So I realize the thing I love about cooking is the organizing and the creating part of it. So if I take that out of cooking, what other jobs can I create with, and which ones can I do that type of research, like looking for a recipe? There's project manager, there's realtor, there's lawyer, there's business coach.
That's a great, because in each activity, be it cooking or taking out the trash, you're right, there are those little parts of it, and if you find that, yeah, you love the organizational aspect of it, then you can delve into that.
Right.
And those are things, you're right, that the personality test doesn't always tell you.
Exactly. And so you don't have to spend extra money or extra time trying to figure these things out. Just pay attention to what you do each day and break it down into small tasks, and that will give you the information you need.
And then once you've figured out those things, maybe that's the point where you say, okay, you take that to the next step, you talk to a career coach or someone like that, or start looking at the want ads, and then you can go from there.
Exactly.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, but we're not done with you yet. Later, we're going to figure out how we find out our strengths and our weaknesses. Is that right?
Yes.
Good. I'm looking forward to that, because I haven't done that list in a while. It's important for me to do it.